Does it faze you, some of the statements that students make to and about each other? How about the things that they say to or about you? Some students might be hard to win over. However, they generally see the value that you bring to their learning experience. They can often be great at assessing how much you are invested in their development. They appreciate fairness and respectful treatment. They can be very open with their opinions and thoughts, and often act out of emotions, both positive and negative. As such, they can be spiteful and malicious. Equally, they can be appreciative, grateful, and respectful. It requires a high level of self and social awareness to consider the root of their comments and not letting them into your mental zone or taking them personally. Students may say that they don't like you. How do you usually respond? You might choose to ignore their comment. Where they persist, some responses could be, "Thanks for sharing that with me," or "That's fine with me," or "Fortunately, I don't need you to like me in order for me to teach you." The aim is to respond in a way that diffuses the problem rather than making it any worse or any more severe. Remember that you are in control of your behavior and you do not need to be wound up by the things that a child is saying to you. Students may choose to call you names or swear. What is your strategy for dealing with such behaviors? Ensure that you address the unacceptable behavior. Clarify what you would like to be called and explain why swearing is inappropriate, unsociable, and disrespectful. Consequence the behavior as is necessary. A warning can suffice. Teachers should use their professional judgment here rather than their personal preferences. Students sometimes say that lessons are boring. How do you address this opinion or appraisal? Firstly, fun is subjective. Focus on engagement and outcomes. Different people find different subjects and concepts harder to learn. Different times of the day also affect our thinking power. Think about these factors when planning learning resources and activities. The way things are taught could also be an issue. The ability to access the work and needing support might be a factor. Remember that this is the child's opinion and not a fact. Handle it that way. Sometimes students blame teachers for their challenges and difficulties. They say things like, "You cannot teach," or "You do not help." At close proximity, acknowledge their concerns and clarify what you're responsible for and your willingness to support their learning. Also explain your expectations of them as the learner and how these expectations will enhance their learning. Have them clarify their challenges and what they find difficult so that support can be given. Equip them with the tools that they need to deal and achieve. Students sometimes suggest their learning is to your benefit. What is your approach to such ideologies? Some students do really think so, depending on the countries, the educational region, or the school in which you work. Their belief is that if they are being equipped for your lesson or making the effort to work, they are somehow doing you an advantage. And if they are not equipped and not prepared to do the work, then that is your problem and not theirs. Provide equipment where students do not have them and they are available to you, or have them acquire equipment from their peers. Redress the issue and follow up as needed. The good thing to remember is that students can be trained into the behaviors that you expect. It does have teething problems when changes are required. Be patient and persistent at developing a clear routine and high yet attainable expectations. What are some of the things that you find interesting when your students say them? How do you normally respond to them?